Long before most people today were even born, humanity launched two silent explorers into space, and they never turned back. In 1977, Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 began a journey that would carry them far beyond the worlds we thought we understood. What they found changed everything. As these spacecraft moved deeper into the solar system, each new image revealed something unexpected. Planets that once looked calm from Earth turned out to be chaotic. Moons that seemed lifeless were suddenly active. The outer solar system, once imagined as cold and quiet, became a place full of motion, energy, and mystery. These missions were not just about exploration, they reshaped how we see our place in space. Their journey was made possible by a rare alignment of the giant planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. This cosmic arrangement allowed the spacecraft to use gravity like a series of slingshots, gaining speed and reaching worlds no mission had visited before. When the probes arrived at Jupiter, the view was nothing like scientists had imagined. Instead of a distant striped sphere, it appeared as a turbulent world of swirling clouds and massive storms. The famous Great Red Spot wasn't just a mark, it was a vast, rotating system larger than Earth itself. But the real surprise came from its moons. Io turned out to be covered in active volcanoes, with eruptions blasting material high into space. It was the first time volcanic activity had ever been seen beyond Earth. Meanwhile, Europa showed a cracked, icy surface, hinting at a hidden ocean beneath. In a single system, Voyager revealed both extreme fire and the possibility of water. When the spacecraft reached Saturn, expectations were once again overturned. Its rings, once thought to be smooth and simple, were revealed as countless thin strands, intricate and dynamic. Structures within the rings shifted and interacted in ways that scientists hadn't predicted. Saturn's moons added even more intrigue. Titan, wrapped in a dense atmosphere, suggested a complex world hidden beneath thick clouds. After Saturn, Voyager 1 continued upward and outward, leaving the planetary plane. But Voyager 2 pressed on. At Uranus, it found a planet unlike any other, tilted on its side, rotating in a way that defied expectations. Its magnetic field behaved strangely, and its moons appeared fractured and unusual, especially Miranda, which looked almost like it had been broken apart and reassembled. Then came Neptune, the edge of the known planetary system. Instead of calm darkness, Voyager found extreme winds and powerful storms. Even there, motion and energy dominated. Its moon Triton revealed geyser-like eruptions on a frozen surface, showing that even in the coldest regions, activity still exists. By the end of its journey, Voyager had delivered a powerful message: the outer solar system is not a quiet, frozen wasteland. It is dynamic, complex, and filled with worlds that behave in surprising ways. But perhaps the most powerful moment came when one of the probes turned around. From billions of kilometers away, it captured an image of Earth, a tiny speck of light suspended in a beam of sunlight. This image, known as the pale blue dot, revealed something profound. Everything humanity has ever known exists on that single, fragile point. After completing their planetary missions, both spacecraft continued traveling outward. They crossed the boundary of the Sun's influence and entered interstellar space, becoming the first human-made objects to do so. Even now, they continue their journey into the darkness. Each carries a golden record, a collection of sounds, music, and messages from Earth. It was never guaranteed that anyone would find it. But that wasn't the point. The act of sending it mattered. It was a statement that we were here, and we were curious. The Voyager missions didn't just explore planets. They transformed them from distant lights into real, complex worlds. More importantly, they gave us perspective. They showed us how vast the universe is, and how small and precious our but it wasn't. Instead of shutting down, both Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 kept moving, farther than any human-made object had ever gone. Beyond the orbits of the planets, beyond the familiar warmth of the Sun, they entered a region where space itself begins to change. Here, the solar wind weakens. The Sun's influence fades. And the boundary between our system and the rest of the galaxy slowly comes into view. This region is known as the heliosphere, a vast bubble created by the Sun's energy. And at its edge lies something extraordinary, the moment where interstellar space begins. When Voyager crossed that boundary, it marked a first in human history. For the first time, something built on Earth had entered the space between the stars. It's difficult to fully grasp what that means. These spacecraft were designed in the 1970s. Their computers are far less powerful than a modern smartphone. And yet, decades later, they are still sending signals back across unimaginable distances. Signals that grow weaker every year, but still arrive. There's something almost eerie about that. A faint whisper from machines that have outlived generations, still reporting from a place no human has ever seen. Out there, there are no planets to photograph. No dramatic rings or storms. Only darkness, particles, and the distant presence of stars. And still, they continue. Each probe carries something deeply human, a golden record. The Voyager Golden Record is not a scientific instrument. It is a message. A time capsule. A collection of sounds and images chosen to represent life on Earth. It includes greetings in dozens of languages. Music from different cultures. The sound of wind, water, laughter, and even a heartbeat. Not because we expected it to be found, but because we wanted to say something, just in case. That detail changes how we see the entire mission. Voyager was never only about science. It was also about identity. About curiosity. About the quiet hope that, somewhere in the vastness, our presence might one day be known. Even if no one ever hears it. As the probes travel farther, they are slowly losing power. One by one, their instruments are shutting down. Eventually, they will fall silent. No more data. No more signals. But they will not stop moving. Long after they go quiet, both Voyagers will continue drifting through the galaxy for millions of years. Passing stars. Crossing empty space. Carrying with them a record of a world that once looked up and wondered what lay beyond. And that may be the most powerful part of their story. Because the Voyager mission didn't just show us distant planets or strange moons. It proved something deeper. That a species from a small world could build something that reaches into the unknown and keeps going. Even when no one is watching. Even when the journey has no clear end. The Voyagers remind us that exploration is not only about discovery. It is also about perspective. They showed us violent storms on Jupiter, intricate rings around Saturn, the tilted mystery of Uranus, and the powerful winds of Neptune. But in the end, their most important message wasn't about those worlds. It was about ours. A small, fragile planet, seen from billions of kilometers away as nothing more than a tiny point of light. And yet, from that tiny point came something capable of crossing the solar system and continuing into the stars. That is the legacy of Voyager. Not just that we explored the universe, but that we chose to send a part of ourselves into it.